hope you're enjoying the journey in the course. For this week, I want to focus on externalities and elasticities and give you some scenarios with this. Imagine that some event drives up the price of gasoline in the United States. It could be war in the Middle East that disrupts the world supply of oil, a booming Chinese economy that boosts the world demand of oil, a new tax on gasoline passed by Congress. How would U.S. consumers respond to the higher prices? It is easy to answer these questions in broad fashions. Consumers would buy less. That follows the law of demand that we learned in the previous module. But you might want to have a precise answer. By how much would consumption change for gasoline? This question can be answered using the concept of elasticity, which we're going to focus on in this module. Elasticity is the measure of how much buyers and sellers respond to changes in market conditions. When studying some event or policy, it'll affect a market. We can discuss not only the direction of the effect, but the magnitude as well. Elasticity is useful in many applications as we see towards the end of this module. Before going on, however, you might be curious about how these price changes with gasoline occur. You'll want to focus on the magnitude of the change. What will happen with consumers with their buying habits? How will they want to respond? Many studies have examined consumers' response to gasoline prices, and they typically find that the quantity demanded responds in the long run than in the short run. So it's a little more response in the long run because people have time to change. A 10% increase in gasoline prices reduces gasoline consumption by about 3% a year, and about 6% after 5 years, after they have time to change. About half of the long-run reduction in quantity demanded arises because people drive less, and half arises because they just switch to more fuel-efficient vehicles. Both responses are reflected in the demand curve and elasticity. So when looking at the price elasticity of demand, it measures how much the quantity demanded responds to changes in price. Demand tends to be more elastic if close substitutes are available, if the good is a luxury, or if the market is narrowly defined, or if buyers have substantially more time to react to price changes. The price of elasticity is calculated as the percentage change in quantity demanded by the percentage change in price. If the quantity demanded moves proportionally less than the price, then the elasticity is less than 1, and demand is said to be inelastic. If the quantity demanded is proportionally more than the price, then it's greater than 1. It's classified as elastic. Total revenue. Total revenue is the amount paid for a good, and it equals the price of the good times the quantity. For inelastic demand curves, total revenue moves in the same direction as the price. For elastic demand curves, total revenue moves in the opposite direction of the price. The income elasticity of demand measures how much the quantity demanded responds to a change in consumers' income. The cross elasticity of demand measures how much the quantity demand of one good responds to changes in the prices of another good. So these are a very interesting topic to focus on this week. You'll notice elasticity is very important to a lot of things we have to focus on in terms of why buyers do what they do. I look forward to your effort this week.